Hi there, it's Chuck here with MPG The Journey. We're looking at today's spoilers. For the first one, we have Fate Unraveler here. It's 3 and 1 black, and it's an enchantment creature, a hag. And whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. It's a 3/4. I see this being not really that great, but I mean, it does have its place, like maybe as a sideboard card against the Esper control decks. I like to draw a bunch of cards, gain a bunch of life. This pretty much just uh, negates the card draw really, and negates the life, so the life gain. But I mean, it really only is relevant if you have like an Erebos on the field that's already stopping them from gaining life. So I mean, then it would be draining them for drawing cards. So it does have its relevance, I guess, but I don't really see it being that big of a card. Secondly, we have this one, the Archetype of Courage. Creatures you control have first strike, and creatures your opponent control lose first strike and can't gain or have first strike. This seems pretty darn good. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's easy target for removal, but it does add 2 white devotion. The more we see spoiled here, the more I'm seeing almost a mono white devotion type deck coming together here. But this could really set you over the top with your first strike. So good against stuff like Boros Reckoner, if you've got bigger creatures out, or even creatures that tie for power and toughness, because they can't give it first strike and you have first strike. So I don't know, this seems really good. For the next one, we have Herald of Torment here. See, enchantment creature again, and a demon. It's a 3/3 flyer for 3, or it's a bestowed cost for 3 and 2 black. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. To me, there's so much life gain out there right now that you can get, even with like Whip of Erebos. That I mean, losing 1 life doesn't seem relevant, but the 3/3 for 3 flyer for black, that seems amazing. And the ability to bestow it on something and give them flying at 3/3, that also seems really good. So I expect to see this card to do really well, especially in standard constructed. Next on the list is Fated Infatuation. Next in the Fate cycle, it is put a token onto the battlefield as a copy of target creature you control. If it's your turn, scry 2. Seems like there's a little bit more behind this card. A little bit of strategy involved. You can play it on your turn for a 2 scry and a copy of a target creature, or you can copy something that they're removing on their turn, just don't get to scry off of it. So it seems pretty versatile either way. This one right here is just freaking amazing. This is probably my favorite spoiled card so far. 1 and 2 white, legendary creature. It's got vigilance, and whenever he attacks, you put a cat soldier creature onto the battlefield, attacking as well. And whenever he blocks, you put a 1/1 token with vigilance onto the field, blocking the creature that he is blocking as well. So just fantastic. So many ways to use this card. I will be looking to brew with this a lot coming forward from now, so expect to see this in a lot of my brews. Fellhide Spiritbinder, is a Minotaur Shaman. Whenever it becomes untapped, you may pay 1 in red. If you do, put a token on the battlefield that's a copy of another target creature, except it's an enchantment, in addition to its other types. It gains haste and exiled at the beginning of the next end step. So you're gonna want to tap and untap this guy before your combat phase, so that you get the benefit of having the creature with haste around. So that's basically the only thing I see with this guy. He's other than that just a 3/4 for 4. So doesn't seem all that fantastic to me. This card is Heroic Dream. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 3 target creatures, so you can trigger Heroic on 3 different things and give them each a counter. So this seems really good. I think it'll get used a lot in standard construction. This Raised by Wolves is an enchant creature aura. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you put 2/2 green wolf tokens onto the battlefield, and enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each wolf you control. So you're boosting something by 2, and you're getting 2 wolves for 5. So 6 power for 5. Never going to be a bad thing. So I see it as being playable, and it will probably see a lot of use in Selesnya in mono green decks right off the bat, I figure. And this one here is Archetype of Endurance. Creatures you control have hexproof, and creatures your opponent control lose hexproof and can't gain or have hexproof. I've seen a lot of people talking about this already, and most of them think that it's going to be a big commander card, but not really see a whole lot of standard constructed. The reason being is that the cost and the fact that it is a boar limited, but could be a good limited bomb. I see this being played a lot in green-black limited decks, so we will see where it goes from there, but that's what we have for today, and hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for more spoilers. It's been Chuck with MTG The Journey. Thanks for watching.